I know that you care deeply about all animals, and especially donkeys. What does connecting with them give you that you don't get from your two-legged friends?
I just like to spend time with them. They're so calm. To see those animals just being there and enjoying their life just with grass and a little house, for me, shows that you don't need a lot in life to enjoy.
My guest today is one of the most intelligently cultured, clinical players in the Premier League. It's almost impossible to describe the breadth of what he brings to a team. Thank God his native German tongue has a word for it. They call him an Alleskönner, a player who can do absolutely everything, even improve Shakira's poetry. It's a joy to welcome Mr. Kai Havertz.
Nice to meet you, hello.
Oh, Kai, it's a joy to be with you. I want to go back to the beginning for a second. You joined an amateur football team, Alemannia Maladorf, when you were just 4 years old. You became part of Bayern Leverkusen's academy at 12, and you've said that, quote, everything revolved around football in your family. And I know your dad was a police officer. I think your mum was a lawyer. Was there ever a time when you dreamed of being anything else, of being Kai Havertz, attorney at law, or was it just football all the way for you?
Yeah, when I started playing football, I always wanted to be a professional football player. Yeah, my brother and me, we almost played everyday football, and with my granddad. And I always wanted to be a professional football player and had always that dream in my head. Obviously, it's not that easy and it takes lots of time and hard work. But it was my dream from moment one, and I'm glad it went that well.
It became the dream for real as Leverkusen's youngest then ever Bundesliga player at age 17. And this is remarkable to me. There was a time as a professional when you were still studying for your high school exams at the same time, which you've called, quote, the hardest moment of my career. Is it true you once had an away game in the cup that went to extra time the night before you had a massive exam?
Yeah, that's true. Actually, it was a cup game and we played away, and I was still going to school, and then had to, I think it was 9 o'clock kickoff or something like this, and it went to extra time and penalties, and I was home at like 4, and then I had to write an exam at 8 o'clock in the morning. But I have only good thoughts about that, because at this time it was very hard, but when I think about it now, I think it was the right choice to do all of that.
What was the exam, Kai, and how did you do?
I think it wasn't that well, but I think it was actually an English exam, English test. I'm not sure how important that was, but went that well, I think, to be honest.
You're very modest. You didn't mention the goal that you scored in the 118th minute in that game, but I'll give you an A+ on the old English test, and you can give me a C- on my German pronunciations later. But after 10 years in the Leverkusen system, you moved from Western Germany to West London. You joined Chelsea Football Club. But I want to jump to your arrival at Arsenal last season, because it was an adjustment. You didn't get your first goal until week 7, when Martin Ødegaard told you to step up, take that penalty. Your manager, Mikel Arteta, he praised you in the moment. He said you have human qualities and empathy, and it was a beautiful move, a beautiful moment that would change everything. And it did. How did getting on the score sheet help you unlock everything?
It helped me a lot. It was very important to me because, when you come to a club and, they pay a lot of money for you, you're under pressure a bit, and, I'm that kind of person. I always need some time to adapt, not only to the playing style on the pitch, also to all the people here. And it took a while again, but I was confident that I can turn it around. And I know from outside it always seemed a bit strange, but I think in the inside, for me personally, it was clear that my time is going to come, and I just worked hard and believed in myself. And I'm glad I had such good teammates that gave me this penalty then, to get some confidence. And then, I think the rest went quite well that season.
It did. The goals then overfloweth. And speaking of your captain, Martin Ødegaard, he's a Norwegian poet warrior. He missed 12 games in all competitions after an ankle injury on international duty. And during that stretch, Arsenal suffered 2 losses. They drew with Manchester City and Liverpool. He's such a singular leader, Kai. He kickstarts the press. he drives the communication on the field with Arteta. Can you describe the difference between an Arsenal team with Martin Ødegaard and an Arsenal team without him?
I mean, he is very important to us. He is the captain. He is someone that speaks a lot to us in the dressing room, on the pitch. Someone that doesn't only step up with words, he also steps up with good actions and with taking the ball on the pitch in bad situations. And that's just very important to us. And you just feel when he's on the pitch and when he's not on the pitch. And yeah, he gives us so many different things with the ball. And as you said, also without the ball, when we press the goalkeeper or the defenders, he's the first who goes there, who sprints at them. And yeah, I think we are all very happy that he's back and that we have him back on the pitch.
One of the most magical stories of this season so far, the emergence of 17-year-old Ethan Nwaneri, the Arsenal Academy graduate. In 2022, he became Arsenal's youngest ever player, just netted his first in the league last weekend. And Kai, do you see a bit of yourself and your own journey in Ethan? A team having to perform at the highest level with grown men when he's still technically, well, he's not old enough to see smile too.
Yeah, no, he's unbelievable. He has so much quality. Yeah, he works so hard every day, and you see that he just wants to play. He just wants to prove himself on the highest level. When you come to a professional team with 17, I remember myself. For me, it was crazy, you know. I was so shy. I didn't know what to do and didn't know what to expect. I was just like working hard. Didn't speak to any one of them. And did my thing. Maybe for him it's even harder because he plays at one of the biggest clubs in world football. For me, I played in Leverkusen. It's also a very good team, but the pressure maybe is not the same as here at Arsenal. So how he does it, it's unbelievable, and I think he's gonna have a big future ahead.
When you look at him, what do you see?
For me, it feels like he plays already 10 years on a high level football. He's not nervous. When we need him, he's there. And yeah, he's a hard worker as well, you know, without the ball. And the most important thing is that he's always giving 100% on the training pitch, and he wants to get better.
When you scored last Tuesday night in the Champions League, Arsenal's 5-1 battering of Sporting Lisbon, it was your 100th senior goal all competitions. As you look back, hitting triple digits, of the remarkable goals you've scored, including your first, April 2017, to equalise for Leverkusen, 3-3 against Wolfsburg, to evading a sliding Ederson, to left-foot Chelsea into a Champions League win, the whole Arsenal pantheon, which stands out for you as the most meaningful?
The most meaningful was my first goal in general that I scored when I was 17, because you work like, I don't know, 15 years or maybe a bit less, 13 years for that moment, and to score your first senior goal is just something I will never forget. So I would, if I have to choose one, I would choose that one.
Kai, talk a lot to the Arsenal players about Win the Dog, but I know that you care deeply about all animals, and especially donkeys. I think your parents gave you a stuffed toy donkey when you were a kid. You then adopted 3 of them at Animal Rescue when you turned 18. You've since built your own charity, which among other things benefits a donkey sanctuary. Can I ask you, what do you get mentally from spending time with these animals? What does connecting with them give you that you don't get from your 2-legged friends?
For me, it's just a different kind of recovery. I don't know, when I go there, I feel so calm, I feel relaxed. I just love to spend time there, and I don't know, for me, you know, to see those animals just being there and enjoying their life without having a lot, with grass and a little house, for me shows that you don't need a lot in life to enjoy. I just like to spend time with them. They're so calm. And that's why I love animals in general, and that's why I started my charity as well.
The world needs more donkeys. This season, we're asking every player we speak to, if you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, one tune, what would it be and why?
North London Forever, I take.
One of the classics. Kai, to you, to your Arsenal team, to the love that you have for the donkeys, vielen Dank.
Alles Gute. Thank you very much.